Alright, we're back. For anyone new joining us, I'm Niz. This is NizCast. We're casting SCS, the Semi-Pro Cup Series tonight. And we are in the semifinals. We've already cast one game tonight. That was the quarters. And Carson+4. My goodness. They had quite a performance. They're going to be on the dire side this time around. We'll get into a little bit more of that in a second. And on the Radiant side, we've got Cafe Lou Crew. I think that's how that would be pronounced. But yeah, they're going to be playing on the Radiant side. And like I was saying, Carson+4 last game. Oh my goodness. What a performance they had on the dire side. Carson ran away with it if you look at just at the scoreboard. He went 23-1 on that Storm Spirit. Crazy. But like I said, rounding up the end of last game, everyone on the team had a good performance. The Dusa ended up with, I think, 0 kills in the end. Or maybe 1, I don't remember. I think it might have actually been 0 kills. But just monstrous farm. So even if Carson didn't go crazy on the Storm Spirit and getting 1,000,000 kills,
5 seconds remaining.
they still had the Dusa to fall back on. And that was because Dota Kyle on the Lich had incredible stacking that allowed Carson to snowball. Bite the bullet on the Lion. Did a really good job rotating around, putting a lot of pressure on the line, playing the line. And then we had Clockwork as well, getting played by DMK, who was hookshotting people and just getting pickoffs. It was crazy. Really good performance coming out from Carson. But we've got a new fresh game. We start from scratch once again. So let's take a look at what we've got so far. We've got Vengeful Spirit was the first pickup for Carson.
Radiant team ban.
That was responded with a Lion and a Phoenix. And then Carson picks up the Bat Rider. But let's go back. Let's talk a little bit about the bans. We've got Juggernaut, Sniper, and now Clockwork banned out by Carson. We've got Troll, Axe, and Skywrath banned out by Cafe Lou Crew. That's actually a fun name to say. I'm enjoying that. But we've got Sniper. We saw both those heroes get banned out last game. We saw the Axe get banned out as well. We didn't see the Troll get banned. We saw the Vengeful Spirit get banned instead last game. So those two heroes have basically swapped spots. The Venge doesn't get banned, the Troll gets banned, and the Venge gets first pick. So no surprise there. Lion getting picked up, no surprise either. Really top tier support. It's between Venge and the Lion. Same thing as last game. The Venge got banned, and then that team picked up the Bat Rider. Well, this time, Venge doesn't get banned, so the team picks up both Venge and the Bat Rider. So Bat has the potential to do some really big things this game without having to worry about the swap interrupting the lasso. Phoenix is another really strong offlaner too. So Bat and Phoenix, you can expect both of them. They're both flying, so they're both overpowered. No, that's not how it works, but they're both incredibly strong offlaners, so expect them both to get quite a bit in the lanes, unless, maybe one of these teams decides to really lock them down. We'll have to wait and see on that one. The Clockwork getting banned out, I find a little bit surprising. However, maybe they are a little wary of the potential of the Clockwork still coming out and Phoenix transitioning to a support role. Phoenix can play support. He's not just an offlaner. In fact, I think he's probably played a little bit more as support when you look just at competitive performance. But who knows? It all depends on the team. A lot of teams like playing him support, but a lot of teams like playing him as offlane. So we're just going to have to see what Cafe Lou Crew chooses to do with that Phoenix. Meepo getting banned out. Not sure why that was removed. Maybe, I don't think there's some interaction there that I don't know. Maybe it's a respect ban? I'm actually not too sure on that Meepo. Skywrath and Lycan getting banned out. So I think Cafe Lou Crew realized that if Carson picks up a Lycan, they're not really going to have any way to deal with it. They're going to really struggle.
5 seconds remaining.
There we go. We're completely caught up. I've got questions getting asked in chat. Mr. Sizzo. So I've been starting doing casual streams. And I was playing Heroes of the Storm for the last 2 nights. And sounds like Mr. Sizzo, who's had a key for a while, chose to give it a shot and try out the game. But he's feeling like he's entrenched here right now.
Radiant
And
team
I have
pick.
one response to that. I think you're still in quick match, so you have to get to level 30 on your account, and before you can jump into the ranks, and it's going to be much, much better in ranked play. Quick match is kind of a disaster, and it doesn't take that long to get to rank 30. Hey, we got 2 more hero picks. All right, I got completely off on a tangent. This is what happens when I talk to my chat.
Remaining.
You guys are just a big distraction. No, I enjoy it.
Remaining.
Thanks for you guys coming out and coming back. We've got Dro getting picked up by Cafe Lou crew, and that was fired back by a Shadow Fiend picked up by Carson. So we've got most likely Shadow Fiend mid, Bat Rider off lane, Venge supporting, we don't know yet, in the safe lane. Cafe Lou crew's got a Dro Ranger, which could be mid, could be safe lane. We now know that the Phoenix is going to be off lane, as the second support was just picked up. That's going to be a Witch Doctor paired with the Lion. So they've got 2 long-range supports that are both actually pretty good at zoning. Remember last game when I was talking about
10 seconds remaining.
where they had the Dusa and the Lion? And
5 seconds
because they had
remaining.
like a strong ranged carry that could pair with the Lion, they would be able to zone out the
Radiant
Bat
team
Rider.
ban.
With that Witch Doctor pickup, they don't really need that strong ranged to basically harass at the Bat Rider and make sure that he doesn't get a ton out of the lane. However, if they choose to put the Dro Ranger there and not the Dro
10
Ranger mid,
seconds
they
remaining.
can still fall back on that as well. Well, it looks like it's going to
5
be
seconds remaining.
Lich again this time for Dota Kyle. As I'm guessing he's going to be on stacking duty once
Reserve
again
time.
to make sure the Shadow Fiend's got his stacks. But remember, if the Shadow Fiend doesn't need it, you've got the Bat Rider. Or maybe they are planning on giving those stacks to the Bat Rider. We don't know, but
10
they
seconds
clearly
remaining.
like heroes that can farm stacks in the jungle. Slark's going to be the last ban coming
Dire
out from
team
Cafe Lou
ban.
crew. Well, apparently I got Valathor on the
Radiant
stats
team
in chat. He says, did you know Jenkins is the only person to buy a refresher on Phoenix in a competitive game, and it has a 100% win rate? There you go. Last ban for Carson was Queen of Pain. So I think they believe that the Dro Ranger is going to be safe lane. I'm not actually too sure about the Shadow Fiend versus Dro matchup. Dro hits really
10
hard, so I
seconds
imagine that would be
remaining.
difficult for Shadow Fiend to get the last hits early on to
5
get
seconds remaining.
his souls going. But Dro still has a pretty slow attack
Reserve
animation, so it
time.
makes it difficult. Duce is going to be the pickup,
Dire team pick.
and immediately fired back by Faceless Void. So I'm guessing it is going to be Bat Rider off lane, Shadow Fiend mid, Faceless Void safe lane farming. Let's actually introduce the teams here, as we've got me fumbling over my keys here. There we go.
Prepare for
On
battle.
the Radiant side, we have the Cafe Lou crew. Playing their line is going to be Cafe. We've got Mind playing the Dusa. We've got Memoria playing the Witch Doctor, so look at it go. We've got Fuck Me Mates playing the Phoenix. I'm terrible at accents. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry you had to listen to that one. We've got Blue the Savage on the Dro Ranger to round up the lineup. On the Dire side, we have Carson+4. They were going by the name of Fuckboys last game, but they are actually Carson+4 in the brackets. We've got Carson on the Shadow Fiend. We've got Dot playing the Faceless Void. We've got Dota Kyle on the Lich once again. We've got DMK
30
on that
seconds
offlane
to battle.
Bat Rider, and we've got Bite the Bullet on the Vengeful Spirit. In terms of starting items, we've got Boots First on Lion. That's pretty standard by now. Boots First on both the Bat Rider and the Vengeful Spirit. No smokes. We do have sentries on the Witch Doctor for the Radiant side. But besides that, nothing really standing out so far. Dota Kyle once again choosing to pick up that Quelling Blade on the Lich to help him with stacking the jungle. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a decent amount of brass coming out. We've already had the Faceless Void take quite a bit of damage.
I'll take
But
that.
everyone will just back away in the end. Each team getting a bounty rune with the Dire side getting the top one and the Radiant getting the bottom. So the Faceless Void had to use his healing salve there because of that exchange, but he'll be fine. I don't think the Phoenix is going to be able to put too much pressure on him. Phoenix going with a lot of starting regen. Choosing to go with the double tango. I've actually seen people messing around with going double salve and one set of tangos. Not too sure too much about that. And this row looks crazy. What is this set? What is this set? What is this thing? Autographed. Oh, look at that.
You'll have to do better than that.
It's signed by Hovost. Damn. Oh, there we go. Phoenix getting stunned in the top lane. And I think he's in trouble here. No, actually, Icarus dive. I swear I looked down, saw Icarus dive on cooldown, and thought something was happening there. My goodness. Well, we've got the cast going out, and oh, look at that bounce. Comes right back, stuns up the Void, and we're going to have our first blood here. Memoria getting first blood on that Witch Doctor. Well, maybe that salve usage came into play there. If he had that, he probably would have been able to salve through that last auto attack. But that's maybe a little bit of a stretch. But we do have our first blood going in favor of the Witch Doctor. My goodness. I realize I just had the wrong stats thing up. This game, I'm falling apart. Help! Help! So we do have the Dusa going up against the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. I should completely go over the lanes here. As we got the Drow up against the Bat with the Lion down there. So pretty much the same thing we saw last game with the Dusa and the Lion going up against the Bat. Same kind of lineup. Like I said, in the mid lane we've got the Dusa going up the Shadow Fiend. We've got the Witch Doctor played by Memorial. He looks like he's going to be roaming around quite a bit. And of course, Dota Kyle's been doing a bunch of stacking in the jungle. He's already got 2 stacks. And well, we've got a wraparound here from the Witch Doctor, or do we? He thinks better of it as he sees both the Lich and the Shadow Fiend and backs away. He was trying to make that rotation under the vision of this Observer Ward. In the top lane, we've got that Phoenix going up against the Void and the Vengeful Spirit. My goodness, we've got a kill in the bottom lane. Get your shit together, Niz. Blue the Savage gets the kill onto the offlane Batrider. So, a little bit of a different start than we saw last game, as 2 kills go in favor of Cafe Lucru. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Carson+4 actually fell behind 2 kills early on in the game, and then they ended up only dying 2 more times for the rest of the game. But they may lose quite a bit of damage here. Void, I don't know if that was the pathing or what, but he kept turning back, took a lot of extra damage because of that. Changes to pathing, players are not liking that one. But he will be okay, but he doesn't have any regen left, so he's going to head right back to Fountain. Bat choosing to go and farm up these stacks. And Dota Kyle will then make a rotation down to the bottom lane, soak as much as he can. How are the lanes going so far? Well, we've got both safe laners. We've got 17 and 9 on the Drow Ranger. And we've got another kill from the Phoenix. My goodness. I swear, I don't expect Phoenix to get kills like this, but it's not Phoenix. It's this damn Witch Doctor making the rotations. Well, he's going to make a rotation right into Carson here, who's going to refresh his bottle with the Bounty Rune, but unfortunately doesn't have any mana on hand to actually get a kill onto the Witch Doctor there. So they'll both just return to their lanes. So we've got 18 CS on the Drow Ranger. This Void, 16 CS, despite the fact that he's died once and he just got sent back to Fountain. He's still staying close to the Drow in terms of CS. Dota Kyle in trouble now as he will get stunned up, but nice TP coming in from the Batrider to make sure his teammate doesn't take a fall. In the mid lane, we've got the Shadow Fiend already off to a pretty good start, 20 CS. Yes, he's even with the Dusa, but frankly, Shadow Fiend just needs to have a decent start, and he's been having that thus far. We've got an Icarus dive from the Phoenix in the top lane. Once again, Void's going to get pressed right back to Fountain. He's not having a good time in the top lane, but Bite the Bullet does get their first kill registered for them on the board, as he's going to get the kill onto Fuck Me Mates onto the Phoenix. Memoria throwing out the casket's not going to bounce, unfortunately, so he's not going to get a little bit of extra damage in there. But both supports will gladly sit there and farm in that lane. Career flying in with Carson's bottle. He's just been bottle crowing. And we've got a TP coming in from the Phoenix, so he's going to go onto Carson here, put a lot of aggression out onto him. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there, or what, I'm not sure. But they didn't really have kill potential, I don't think, at all. But Phoenix taking a bunch of CS and stuff from this Dusa. So it looks like we've got the Bat Rider still just struggling down here up against the drill. Maybe he's going to have to go and take more of these stacks, and look at all the stacking that's going on. It's both Dota Kyle and I'm drawing a blank. Bite the Bullet. There we go. Are stacking up these camps, and looks like, is this a triple or is, no? This is a quad stack, and this is that's a double. Uh-oh, Lion potentially in trouble there. No. Bat's just going to back away. Instead, we got action in the mid lane as Carson was invis. He's going to open right up onto Mind, and Mind just... He pops the Stone Gaze, but it's not going to help him. He just dies before it even has a chance to have an effect. So nice rotation there. Getting the kill onto the Dusa. Now 3-2. So Carson+4, they fell a little bit further behind this game by 1 kill. But than they did last game. But they're having a decent comeback already. And part of that is just the stacks.
Look at it go.
No, that's going to allow them to really come back in this game. Bite the Bullet now. Needs to be careful. As oh no, he can't run that. Oh god, he's so indecisive. But it manages to dodge some of Phoenix's attacks. Phoenix with the Icarus dive will actually come right back. But he'll pop into the egg. And that's going to force the Faceless Void back. He just used a healing salve to get HP. And now he's going to use another. As I think that might have actually come out from Dota Kyle. I'm not exactly sure. But he's just slamming out those healing salves, trying to stay in lane. DMK now in trouble as Cafe tries to throw out the stun, but nice juke from the Bat Rider instead. It's a turnaround onto the line, and he's going to go down. Dota Kyle with the nuke will get the kill. Memoria now getting incredibly low as well. With a couple more auto attacks, he may go down. He has run out of mana, so his Voodoo Restoration is not going to be able to help him out. But he's got 100 HP. That's going to require too much from Dota Kyle. And without boots, he has no chance of catching the Witch Doctor. 355 move speed versus Dota Kyle's 315. While all that was going on, Blue the Savage has just been pushing the bottom lane. And he's already taken a tier 1 tower. Now he's chipping away at the tier 2. He's already dealt a decent amount of damage to the tier 2. But everyone else is focused on the top 2 lanes of the game. As he will gladly PvE down there for a little while. As he will definitely enjoy the farm. He's our top farmer in the game at 47 and 20 CS right now. Second most farmer is actually the Dusa at 41 and 8. And as I say that, Carson says, no deal. No deal. Let me get back up there on the board. As he gets a couple CS by using his Shadow Rays. Oh my goodness. Is he going to get the career? Does he? Oh, he didn't even see it. The pings came out from Dota Kyle, but Carson unfortunately didn't see it. Typically, you're just going to click that and shift click back and take a look at something else on the map when you know it's safe to get that rune. But had he noticed, he could have popped that DD and killed that courier. That was a little unfortunate for Carson there. Dota Kyle, this is like Stacking Simulator 2015. Dota Kyle plays Dota right now. He's just been stacking away, and look at this. So much gold, but they've made a rotation around in behind, and Lion and Phoenix are going to get the kill onto the Shadow Fiend, so all that farm is for naught. Phoenix will pop out of his egg. He even gets 2 CS there from the camps, and now they're going to try to farm up these camps, and rightfully so. But they need to be careful. Dota Kyle's hanging around. He knows his team's going to come, and there's going to be kind of a rotation, but the Radiant will make a rotation as well. Dota Kyle going down to the dot from the Icarus dive. Bite the Bullet is getting forced back, but he should be perfectly fine. He's not going to lose too much HP. But they're able to farm up that entire stack, with the exception of those 2 mud golems, because they're immune to magic and they just take forever to farm if you're not a right-click carry. DMK now with Blue the Savage in his face, trying to run away. There will be a last auto attack there from Blue the Savage getting the kill, but now Carson's there to try to cut him off. He's down to 350 HP, and he's just going to try to juke. He does get the silence push off onto Carson. But now there's going to be TP coming in from Dota Kyle. Unfortunately, that was a little late. But it's not going to matter because he's going to run into Bite the Bullet, and that's a dead Dro Ranger. Definitely not the trade that he wanted. He wanted the kill on the Bat Rider, and he got it. But unfortunately, he was not able to get out of there. Nice TP coming out from Carson, forcing the Dro. And then on top of that, there was some good rotations from both the supports to make sure that there was no way that Dro Ranger was going to get out of there. Switching on over to the net worth, we can see that Carson is number 1. But the next 3 are all belonging to the Radiant side, and Phoenix is surprisingly the top farmer, or top net worth, I should say, on this Radiant side. As he's 3-1-3, he's been really bullying in this top lane. Two different pushes coming out as we've got the Radiant pushing away at the mid tier 1 tower, but the Dire's pushing away at the bottom tier 2 or tier 1. And Blue the Savage TPs in, gets a kill onto Dota Kyle. There's obviously a little bit of a misstep there. Carson then rips out the Requiem of Souls, gets a raise and then an auto attack onto Blue the Savage, getting the kill there. I actually thought that with that trade there was a chance that Carson was going to go down, but nope, he read that situation way better than I did. So we get a bottom tier 1 acquired, and we got a top tier 1 acquired. And Memoria made a rotation over, caught Carson. I didn't even see that was a rotation being made, but he gets the kill there. Lots of action going on. This tier 1 tower taking a beating as well. That mid tier 1 down to 319 HP. The Radiant 1's got significantly more HP. But that could change quickly as Carson+4 has gathered 3 heroes in the mid lane. Oh, that's huge. DMK just finished his Blink Dagger. Let's quickly take a... Oh, no, never mind. As we got Fuck Me Mate's going to get forced back. I thought there was a chance that he was going to go on to Bite the Bullet there. And if he did, there was more than one hero behind Bite the Bullet, so he was going to be in trouble. But it wasn't the case. And actually, Radiant's going to push this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. So they've already got it low, and they're going to go for it here. And it looks like they're going to get it without any real contest coming out from Carson+4. We got a Hand of Midas picked up by the Void. A little bit of a comeback Midas. Carson getting harassed quite a bit. Bite the Bullet swaps him to try to help him out. But he will go down with the Phoenix in the egg. And the Bat Rider goes down as well. And that means there's 4 heroes still left standing. Just 3 left on the Dire side. And I don't think we're going... Oh, a nice Chain Frost coming out. It will get him a kill onto the Witch Doctor, but it will cost him his life. Oh! The Lion almost dying. Nice use of smoke there to dodge the tower attack. While that was going on, there was another fight going on up here. And we just have the Void, the only one left on the Dire side, and there's pretty much no chance that he's going to come back. He's just going to keep farming away in this top lane, which means the Radiant's going to be able to put some pressure on this mid-tier 1 tower, but with the respawns coming up, they're not going to get too much in the end. They got it down to 647 HP, so a good chunk of damage taken out of it. About 1,000 HP. 1,000 damage done to it, but oh, they are going to stick around. They don't have lasso up, so they will get it before anyone arrives on the scene, but that's mainly because no one TP'd. Carson almost done his Yule Scepter. And speaking of items, let's actually go through all the items on... Well, let's start with the Dire side. As we just saw Carson's items. Let's see the Faceless Void. Picked up that Midas recently. Besides that, just going to have Treads. He's really struggling this game. Dota Kyle looks like he's going for an Urn. Already has his Tranquils as well. We've got the Bat Rider with his Blink Dagger already. Doesn't actually have Tranquils yet on the Bat, so he's a little bit further behind than you would expect at 14 minutes. And Bite the Bullet's actually doing quite well on this Vengeful Spirit, as he's got his Medallion, Tranquils. He's looking pretty good as a support at this point right now. Oh, we're gonna have action here as the Bat was coming in, but he gets Hex because of this Observer Ward, and now, oh, the Stone Gaze gets popped. Bite the Bullet takes a huge chunk of damage, and he will be the first one to go down. Actually, it's Dota Kyle who goes down to the Dro Ranger right before that, so 2 heroes have gone down for Carson. Meanwhile, the Void also got picked off as well, and now Carson's in trouble. He uses the Yules onto the Phoenix, and he's going to go down. So 4 heroes go down, and GG comes out. Oh my.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wow. Almost 10k gold lead.
Radiant victory.
Holy. Internal issues, LMAO. Oh no. Well, they had a completely dominating performance in our quarterfinal match, but this game was almost the complete opposite of that, as they were getting demolished all over the place. Phoenix definitely played very, very well this game, and it was the Witch Doctor that actually allowed that. He made some good rotations early on into the top lane, really helped Phoenix with those rotations, but after the first kill, the Witch Doctor was able to rotate around. And even without the Witch Doctor there, the Phoenix was putting so much pressure on that Faceless Void. He got killed, and he got sent back to Fountain twice. And then on top of that, I think he used 3 different healing salves to try and stay in lane rather than having to go back to Fountain. So he wasn't getting much at all. He finished 0-3-0, only 63 last hits. So you can see just how much pressure was applied to that Faceless Void. Yeah, that was a disaster for Carson+4, but Cafe Lou Crew, they will advance to the finals, and I think, as I was hoping it would work out like this, we should be a game ahead, so we should be able to catch the next semifinal before the final. So I'm not too sure if the other quarterfinal is finished. Let me take a quick look at that right now. Just refresh the brackets. Yeah, so we're unfortunately a whole game behind, more than a game behind actually. As what the heck is going on with the brackets? 1 second. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit of a mess. I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what's going on, but until I do, I'm just gonna throw it to music and I'll tell you guys in chat. But yeah, this was SCS semifinals. Cafe Lou Crew's gonna advance to the finals. We've got more games coming out. Not sure how many, because we might even cast another quarterfinals before the semifinals and then eventually the finals. I don't know. I have to figure out what's going on with the brackets. But hit that follow button on Twitch, on Facebook, or not Facebook. I don't use Facebook anymore. On Twitch, on YouTube, and on Twitter, where I tweet about all the stuff going on. I upload the VODs on YouTube. I do all that stuff. So follow me on all those channels. Give me as much love and support as you can. But I will be back in a bit. So until then, I'm going to give you some music and hopefully figure out what's going on with the brackets.